Hey everyone, so I'm going to be doing some taste testing today, and I've got 3 different treats from the Skinny Bakery. So if you haven't heard of the Skinny Bakery, it's basically like an online bakery, I suppose, and they sell these things called pearls, which are like little cakes of chocolate in the middle. They sell donuts, looking at the website, cake pops, mini bites, cookies, pick and mix boxes, and they have a relatively new, I think, vegan range. So if you've been watching my channel a little bit, you might know that I'm vegan, and I have been for a few months now. So it's kind of hard to get vegan like sweets, I find, and like cakes, stuff like that. I used to not really like cakes, but just lately I've been craving some cakes. So when I saw they had a vegan range, I thought, why not try it out? So the fact it's called Skinny is because everything is generally lower in sugar, I believe lower in fat, stuff like that. So 100% natural colours and flavours and no artificial sweeteners. So I have 3 of the pearls. So like I said, these are like little cakes with a chocolate sort of cream in the middle, or whatever flavour cream. So I got 3 different types. I got double chocolate pearls, I got vanilla bean pearls, and I got the banana shake pearls. So they all look like that. And I want to be taste testing all 3 of these today. So I also got my partner some. He's not vegan, but I got him some normal like cakes. He tried some of the donuts, some of the cookies, and I think some of these type as well. He generally said they were pretty good. He could tell that they were a little bit like more of a skinny product. Like he could tell that they were a bit healthier, I suppose, like less sugar. But he said they were still pretty tasty. And he also said that because they're meant to be kept in the fridge, they felt a little bit hard or a little bit dry. But I've sort of taken mine out and left them for like 20 minutes or whatever, just to kind of like defrost them a bit, because I think you're meant to do that. We'll have to try and see anyway. So let's get started. So let's start with these ones. So these are the double chocolate pearls. I love the packaging, by the way. It's quite cute, little tubs. And they do have use by dates. It's usually within like 6 days or something of when you get them. You can choose a delivery slot, which is also really good. Okay, so let's grab one out. They're still pretty cold, actually. So here they are. So they're like little cakes. And you can see it's got cream in the middle. I don't know if it's got any cream or like icing on the top. But yeah, let's try this one. So okay, so that's pretty nice. The cream kind of came out in one go. Definitely cakey, kind of reminds me of a bit of a brownie because it's quite rich. That's super tasty. They are nice, to be fair. I've been craving something like this. They are still really cold, so I don't know if you want to kind of leave them for longer. They'll just get like, you know, more to room temperature and be a bit better. But yeah, that's really nice. I'm just going to finish this one off. So the prices on these weren't super cheap. I think they're normally like £3.50 for a pot of like 6. I got it when it was on a slight promotion of like £3 each pot. So it was okay. I think you also have to spend like a minimum, I think, of £20, which was a little bit annoying. But then, so I bought myself some, and that's why I said my partner some as well. And then delivery was like an extra £4. So I think I probably spent like £25 on all of it, which does seem quite expensive for like a few. But I mean, if you have a whole one of these, we got like 7 in the end. So I think, you know, 7 for like £25. It's not too bad value. I mean, you could go out and get a cake, which would probably be a bit cheaper. But I think because they're handmade, because they're skinny, because they're quite fresh, it is, you know, kind of quite worth it. Okay, let's try the next ones. So these are the vanilla bean pearls. Now these look a little bit strange. I'm just hoping that's not anything bad, is it? So they look like blotchy. I'm assuming they're not meant to be like that. I'm like panicked because of the date. But these were best before the 5th, and it's only the 1st today. So I'm assuming they're fine. Oh, they smell quite nice. Yeah, I'm assuming that's just like the texture. Looks kind of blotchy. I was like panicked if it was like mold or something. It just looks a little bit concerning. I don't know if that's just me being irrational. But yeah, they smell fine. So I don't think they're off or anything. So that's what it looks like. Okay, so that's also really nice. The texture, I think it was a bit harder than the chocolate ones. The chocolate ones seemed a bit softer, but that cream's really nice. It's not like overpowering. There's definitely a vanilla taste there. I quite like vanilla because it's not too strong. I like something a bit subtle, so I think that one's pretty good. Those are really tasty. I think I was reading that someone was saying you can put them in the microwave for a bit, like for a few seconds, just to maybe like defrost them or heat them up a bit. I think it would definitely be worthwhile doing that. But those ones are really nice actually. I said a bit harder. They don't taste stale, but they just do taste like they've just been in the fridge and they've just been sat a bit. The flavour is really nice, not overpowering. Just enough sweetness there. There's not too much sweetness. They don't really taste like a diet product to me. They're pretty good. I mean, they aren't exactly a diet product. They're just skinny, as in just, like I said, less calories, less fat, less sugar. Lastly, we have the banana shake pearls. Okay, so here is the banana one. So it looks very similar to the vanilla. In fact, I think it's just the cake that looks a little bit darker. I can smell it quite strongly. It smells a bit like banana bread. It reminds me, my nan used to make banana bread. So yeah, let's try this one. Oh my god, that cream. That one has by far the best cream. It's so much, well, smoother and creamier than the other two. It does definitely taste a bit like banana bread. It almost tastes like they've used banana in the actual cake itself. I wonder if they did that, like real banana. Let's see on the ingredients. Soya, light brown sugar, white chocolate alternative, banana puree. Yeah, 14% banana puree. So with this one, I think they actually used a bit of banana or banana puree in the cake, and that really shows. It gives it more of a natural taste. Still quite sweet. You know, still has that artificialness, I suppose, of the fact that it's a cake, but it's really good. So I'm going to finish this one off. Those are really nice. So I thought I would prefer the chocolate ones, but I actually kind of like these two. I feel like these two, the vanilla and the banana, have a bit more flavour. I can't decide. I'm trying to say which one's my favourite. I'd probably say the banana has the strongest flavour, like not in a bad way, it just has the most flavour, which is really good. I'd probably say like the vanilla one's the best. But I love the banana cream. I'm probably tied with the chocolate and the banana ones. But yeah, they're all really tasty actually, so I'm really impressed with those. I probably would order it again. Just the fact that I could have, you know, some vegan cakes as a treat. Not too often because it is quite expensive. I don't think my partner was the biggest fan of them. I think he would just prefer to have, you know, an actual cookie from the shop or something probably just full fat, full sugar. But for me, you know, I'm not too worried about watching my weight, but just to have something vegan and just a bit lower in sugar, because I don't always like something that's super sweet, I think they're a really good option. I'm really pleased with those. So yeah, I'd recommend probably these two ones. The chocolate ones were nice, but they just weren't as rich in flavour. The cream wasn't as full as flavour as the other two. But yeah, they're really nice. I like the packaging. It's all, you know, recyclable, which is good. You know, obviously if we were going plastic free, it would be even better, but I understand if they need to be kept in the fridge and stuff, there's some complications with that. But yeah, I do like the packaging, nice and simple logo, stuff like that. It's very cute, looks good. And all your nutritional stuff and ingredients are all on the back, clearly marked vegan. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. It's like a treat. I'm going to go put them back in the fridge now so I can have them another day. Probably going to finish one of these pots off now because they're so good. But yeah, I'm really pleased with them, and I would definitely recommend checking them out. You know, if you're vegan, check them out, or if you're not vegan, like I said, they have lots of other options. So, you know, they've got really good reviews, so I'll just have a look if you're interested, because I think it's definitely worth trying. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this sort of taste test mini review. Please subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this and all sorts of different stuff that I do. I do a wide range of stuff on this channel. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye!